Greetings, fellow noob. Today we are on Surf Apollo, and for this one we're going to keep things really simple. All we're really going to focus on is boarding ramps. That's the one thing we got to do kind of well, and then everything else will pretty much just fall into place. Alright, let's look at these first three ramps again. Just drop straight onto the first one, slide down smoothly, and leave it completely flat. The second ramp matters a lot more. We reposition slightly to the left to catch it as early as possible, so the downward section gives us as much speed as possible. Now we can even leave this ramp way too late and high and still have enough speed. Now we reposition again above the third ramp and just cut it right at the top. And now it doesn't even matter where we leave the ramp. You're supposed to leave it way earlier and flatter, but it just doesn't matter. Simply how we boarded the ramp gives us enough speed to get through the window and to the next ramp. Okay, so these two ramps can be really annoying because it can seem like a guessing game when exactly to leave them. But it really doesn't have to be. We just catch the first ramp nice and high again and then ride it really smoothly to the opposite side. Then we just leave it over the tip. And same for this ramp. Just catch it nice and high. And then we ride it all the way to the end. Now this is probably the hardest section of the map, but it's not that different in principle. As long as we get a good board, we don't have to be very precise on the jump through the tunnel. So again, after we catch this ramp very high, I do a really strong and exaggerated flick into the tunnel. It is much better to be flatter here. And in this tunnel you need to hug the walls pretty tightly. There's not really a way around that. This board is really awkward, especially if you're this slow. If you're faster, you can cross to the opposite side, but it's much harder. And the rest of the map is mostly an exercise in memorization, because most of the ramp transitions are blind. But in principle, nothing changes, just catch the ramps high and leave them kinda flat. This ramp here is actually the one exception where you do need to do a little bit of a flick at the end. And on the last ramp, don't panic, just riding it completely straight at the bottom is the safest way to the end zone.